You know, I feel more brand prestige in seeing the Tank logo than I do in seeing the JQ logo. You know what I mean?
I know.
When I see a JQ driver, I'm like, you think you're getting a good deal, you know?
Yeah.
But when I see someone
Because
driving
it looks
this,
good.
yeah,
It feels good.
Correct. But when I see someone driving this, it's like, bro knows he got a good deal.
It is a good deal, man. I can't deny. I just want to say this. I want to normalize toughness in car. Actually, you think Malaysia road damn good, man?
It's not.
It's not like shit, man. Sometimes I would really wish. You know, my Brera is the legs are limited.
Yeah, my Alpha. So the number one reason I don't drive it as much as I should is because of the legs.
The legs are all shaky. Like all Hondas are. After 10 years, the legs are all shaky.
I've driven 230-year-old Hondas. They're not that bad. This one is like, oh man. Not only is the leg shaky, I might not be able to find parts. The rubber bushing after I replace the parts, because the stock is so old, the rubber might die.
It's died already.
Yeah. So what's the point?
Yeah, so I mean, normalized tough cars would be good lah. You know, we are not that good lah, our road condition. The fact that Toyota neglected this area partially maybe because of cost. They are unable to, because no matter what, you're going to be slapped with 130%, right? Minimum, right? So Toyota did sit down and look at it and said, you want me to sell it for $500,000 ringgit? We can't even sell our Alpha for 400,000 as it is, which is the most famous product that we have now. You're going to sell a Land Cruiser for 500,000. It's going to be tough, right? That tells you how hard it is to sell this car at 250,000 ringgit. You realize that? How tough it is to manufacture this thing at 120,000, present to the Malaysian Ministry of Finance, MITI, all right, to tell them, can I sell this at 200? They're going to tell you, no. I'm going to tax you until you die, so here at 250, and inside you say, yes!
Crying outside.
Yes. It tells you how hard they try.
Yeah, I don't think the market is that big.
It's not that big, because most people want...
they want a soft-roader SUV.
Yeah, that's what they want. They want a soft-roader. They are plain Jane. Most people are plain Jane. The average IQ is 100.
I mean,
no, I don't think we get 100. I think we get 95.
95.
But that's how it is. You know, that's how people want. That's how the market is. Cars like this, tough, hard to get. Brand new, even harder to find. Not so many Malaysians can fling around $500,000 ringgit. So if you want a real tough cars for usage, this one. And to be honest, I don't think people judge you poorly. When I see someone drive this car, I'm like, whoa, bro paid a Mercedes-Benz entry-level price.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
And he didn't get ripped off. Whereas if he paid Mercedes-Benz entry-level price, I would judge him.
Remember that guy who bought a G-Wagon for $1+ million and he lost 700 over 1,000 in 3 years?
When he went to sell,
Yeah. Dude, losing 700,000, are you sure that little? Are you sure that little? I'm not buying your story 100%, you know.
People always round up to nearest 100,000.
I don't think it's that little.
Value is probably the highest score.
You can complain all you want now, but whatever you're comparing, you realize we keep comparing to Prado, we keep comparing to Land Cruiser 200,
Suzuki Jimny
300, Suzuki Jimny, which is like marginally cheaper, like 20% cheaper than this, but half the size.
I mean, a lot of charm, for sure. Very lovable car. But
a lot of heritage.
A lot of heritage.
A lot of heritage in copying people, that's what they are. People seem to forget, they like to say, oh, this car copy. Sure. But you forgot about how Land Cruiser was a car.
Was So
it's called a J for a reason, bro. Exactly, right?
So when the Prado comes also, I still think this would be a no-brainer.
Because the Prado would be 500,000 plus, right? Confirm or no need to ask. So this is half the price of a Prado. What else do you want? That's the question. And here's the thing, trust me, it's built way better on the inside.
Yeah. And look at how quickly GWM, the moment they set up, this was one of the first products they brought in. Toyota knows that they have customers waiting for the product.
Don't care one.
They'll be like, if I bring in, I can only sell 50 units.
It's damn stupid. I have to say this. UMW Toyota looked at the market and saw every on the road is buying an Alpha. Wait an entire generation. Never mind. The next generation come. They waited the entire lifetime of the generation, and 1.5 years before the new model come out, they say, hey, let's bring the second generation.
And then charge that much for it?
Yeah.
Same story with the rev forward. They look at their rival Honda, which is not a rival in the real world. Only in Malaysia and the US they seem to be on par with each other. They look at it. Oh, you're bringing in the CRV in 2002. I think
2002, man. 1990 is the first gen.
But CKD here 2002.
Oh, I see.
So from that time, Honda was already like, okay, we're going to target this.
They dominate lah.
Dominate. And then Toyota, it's okay. I don't think I want to. Over and over and over until 4 or 5 generations in. Then they say, okay, we'll try.
Then it doesn't work.
Because they try CBU. Of course it won't work.
Of course it won't work lah.
Within a year.
The question is why they cannot. Why they must CBU? Right or not?
Yeah.
CX-5 can do 140, 50,000.
Exactly. They allow the most lucrative and fastest growing segment to go away to their closest rivals.
They are too slow. Too slow to respond. Right or not?
Yeah, comfort-wise and all that, it's like, it's there.
It's between the Prado
and the full-on Land Cruiser.
And the full-on Land Cruiser. It's like a 8-year-old Prado without the shake, without the rocking left and right. It's like an 8-year-old Prado without that shake, but it's not as good as an 8-year-old Land Cruiser 200. But it's never that big one. It's not intended to be that.
Yeah. What's your score for performance?
Oh, performance.
You have more context because you have Fortuner.
Okay, I have Fortuner, I have FJ, right? Fortuner 2.7. What a piece of an engine. But the one thing good, it doesn't break. It's unlovable, I can tell you. It's a disgustingly unlovable engine.
Doesn't even sound good.
It sounds like a cow being tortured. It doesn't even sound like a cow. It sounds like a cow being tortured. It looks like... Have you seen that engine? It looks like it comes from 1979, right? And it probably did come from 1979. And Toyota has been using that engine for close to 30 years, if I'm not mistaken. Disgusting. It's wrong in every single sense, except one thing: it's reliable. It doesn't break on.
Okay.
It's more reliable than the stupid diesel that they have. But here's the problem: it has no power. It has 30% less power than its peers, both in horsepower and in... I give an example. I have a 210, which is 2.8 V6, right? Yeah. It has 35% more horsepower and 30% more torque than a 2.7. Makes no sense. And here's the thing: the 210 is 2001. My Fortuner is 2010. 9.
Yeah.
It's a newer engine that is 30% less powerful and feels like roughs like. It sounds like a diesel engine, right? It's disgusting. It's wrong, but it's reliable. It doesn't break. Nothing breaks one. I forgot to service it. Whoa, we are 3,000 kilo outside the service. It's okay, service will come out the fuse here like that. Oil still same color, no problem. Not a drop less. The Mercedes, you have every 1,000 kilo add some engine oil.
Yeah. What about versus the 4 litre?
Here's where it is. At 4 litre, the GR. I can't remember, it's a 1 GR or 2 GR.
Not GR. That's racing.
No, but it's a 1 GR or 2 GR. Basically, the 4 litre V6, right? Sounds like a cow. Not a cow being tortured.
Just like a cow.
Like a cow. Powerful, like an angry bull. The moment you step on it, tune like a bitch. It has no power above 4,000 RPM. The thing never gone above 4,000 RPM. It's like boom, boom. You press on it, the thing goes up to 2,000 RPM. The whole car, boom. It's like this, literally. It's like this, at 2,500 RPM. So you can imagine how much torque there is instantaneously. Basically, the car is you step on it and you roll for 2 kilometers. I'm not kidding. That's how the car is. You step on it and let go, and then it rolls for 2 kilometers. Nice. It's very nice, very correct, but very ancient in its tuning. Now this is very modern, but if it is a bigger engine, you don't have to wait for the power. So I can tell you, there is some compromise from a 4 litre in an FJ, in the sense that you have to build. You have to step on it, and then 2 seconds later, then when it reaches 3,000 plus RPM, it's fast. But before that, you wait. In a 4 litre FJ, if you step on it, 2 seconds later, you crash into a tree. That's how it is.
Yeah. So it's a 4. I think for what it is, really cannot complain. I've said and driven Defenders.
Yeah.
I mean,
The latest one.
yeah, and I drove the 5-litre V8 supercharged.
I have not driven.
We have
We have.
We drove the 110. The 2-litre.
It's hard to brain on because those $1 million thing, right?
It's just like
it's like
floats somewhere.
Yeah,
But I recently drove the 5-litre supercharged V8 Defender for like they only let us drive for 1 hour. Go around, come back.
I mean, you feel the rumble.
That's the thing. They were like, why don't you push it? So I pushed it and I was like, okay, it can go fast in a straight line.
Yeah.
The moment the corner comes,
It's still the same.
you still have to brake to.
Yeah,
nothing.
it's still the same.
Yeah.
I've driven a 5-litre V8 supercharged Vogue. In a federal highway, you go.
And then,
Then after that, slow down.
yeah,
Same.
yeah. And when it slows down like a gigantic.
It's like a
box
brick.
Yeah.
Right?
So, yeah, you don't need that kind of bigger powertrain.
Those are to show off.
Yeah.
Really to show off.
Yeah.
You don't need that. Nobody needs that.
Yeah. I mean, in the ideal world, this would have a 3-litre turbocharged or hybrid. That is the perfect.
A V6 3.5 is perfect for this.
Yeah.
Non-turbo.
Non-turbo.
Yeah, a V6 3.5, you don't need a 4 today. You know, a 3.5 or 3.4 V6 is perfect for this. But unfortunately, we're in Malaysia. Taxes and road tax will become an issue. Yeah, so
it's a bit unfortunate. Of the
best compromise it's a compromise because in a perfect world, road tax follow capacity. 4 litre is 400, 2 litre is 200.
And then you float RON 95.
You float RON 95.
Then you say, okay, you can afford the petrol, you pay.
Yeah, you pay.
Maybe you even tax the petrol. So you collect revenue from that side.
You know, people hate that. Petrol is such a sensitive thing. We produce petrol. So what if we are the cheapest in the world?
The comments as well.
This car is not for you to go and race anything with, but it has enough power to cruise reasonably well.
Yeah.
You know?
Look at that. It handles well.
Yeah. It handles like an off-roader.
Yeah.
Have you seen the new BYD Seal 06 GT? Fucking
Shooting
gorgeous. No, it's a hatchback. It's a hatchback Seal.
Oh.
Basically, imagine Sea Lion,
Yeah.
but low down.
Shooting brake lah.
But shooting brake is the wagon. This is
it's not
short.
wagon shape.
So imagine Seal chopped off the ass with the dolphin-like lights. Oh, nice.
That could be
It's nice. I like. And it's cheaper than Seal.
Huh.
Yeah. Slightly in China. Slightly cheaper than Seal. So they didn't just for the body shape go for it. They are aiming for the Europeans because Europeans like hatchbacks.
Give the Europeans no excuse to not buy their product.
Yeah. Smart, man. And then we are getting the new Atto 3.
Yeah. That's why they're clearing the old stock. I hope they bring down the price. It should start at 120.
Yeah.
To screw with Proton.
Yeah, they should, man, but they don't want to. I don't know why.
I think because they're selling too well.
They're selling okay, that's why. You know, Malaysians, they let them do it.
Brand conscious.
Yeah. They let them do it. Okay.
So not a negative on this.
Yeah.
But definitely, if you think this is interchangeable with any of those cars,
No. It's not a Harrier beater, you know.
Yeah.
Regulate your expectation, you know. It's a FJ chaser.
Yeah.
It's a Wrangler beater. You know, it's not a Harrier.
Correct.
It's not a CX-9.
when people say SUV or crossover, what's the difference?
Right.
This is SUV.
Yeah.
Harrier is more crossover.
Yeah, I mean, people started calling Harrier SUVs and whatnot, but I think that is a misnomer because actually proper SUVs are like this. They are tough, right?
Yeah.
You see a gravel road over there, you will think twice before you use a Harrier, right? This car, just do it. In fact, it's more comfortable there than here. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
You get that. It's very simple. Is your car more comfortable on a gravel road? If it is just as good on a gravel road as it is on the road, that's an
That's
SUV.
an SUV. And it's a very actually rare format in Malaysia.
Yeah, these days it's getting a bit rare. Back then you have a lot like Jeep Wrangler,
Mitsubishi Pajero.
Pajeros, you have that. Nowadays it's rare, man. It's very hard because it's very costly. You use a lot of metal to build this. You have the ladder chassis, right?
Yeah.
And then space is affected.
Correct.
It's so heavy, right?
And also a lot of softer drivers, regular passenger car drivers,
Right.
want SUVs,
Right.
Because now SUVs are all like basically based on cars.
Right. Yeah, they're just jacked up, right?
Yeah. So
Basically, they're cars jacked up. These are trucks, if you're using American terms.
Trucks that have been domesticated.
Right, domesticated trucks.
Yeah.
So those are pretentious those
are fake cowboys.
fake cowboys.
Yeah,
Right?
dressed up like a cowboy, but actually doesn't know how to wrangle.
This is a cowboy that you take to the salon and then you shave him and give him a good make down, and then he sits there shaking his leg, looking uncomfortable. But you know, I've been hatching plans in my head to do a Trans-Asia drive.
EV or non-EV?
I realize EV might be a better idea because you can save on hotels.
You're gonna sleep in the car.
Yeah. Because I was in a seal, right?
Yeah.
And I was, at work, and my staff was doing work, so I decided to sleep in my car. I was there for 2 hours. Aircon was on.
5%.
1.
Whoa.
Oh. So I'm thinking, bro, that's like 4% throughout the whole night.
Actually.
Okay, what?
Yeah.
That's safe on. But you need something like this, where you can flip this down
And become a bed.
flat bed.
Yeah.
You need
or
this.
the Ion Y Plus. Where you have that kind of room.
You need something like this, lah. That would be good.
And the Y Plus has a projector inside, so you can watch TV.
Watch TV. And then unlike Tesla, they have that car to
vehicle to load.
vehicle to load, right?
Yeah.
VTL. VTL.
So you can camp outside.
You can get your electric hob, save on hotel food.
Where are you going to shower?
Okay, you still have to plan. You go to R&R, so. China is not an issue.
Yeah. But you got to skip Myanmar.
Thailand is not an issue.
It's Myanmar that's the issue. You go there, you got to find the local warlord. You got to bribe him. Please let me have safe passage through your country.
Yeah.
That's the only issue.
Yeah. No need to go Myanmar. Myanmar.
Go through Vietnam.
Vietnam or Laos. Laos
direct
is short. Yeah. Laos is shorter. You can Laos in 2 days. Yeah.
Laos it.
Yeah. Laos it. Just Laos it.
They got electricity. Oh, damn ignorant.
It's not just doing the raftings. It's knowing
Surviving
that you don't have to think, can I go up the curb when you need to go up the curb? You know what I mean? It's that freedom.
Yeah.
Freedom!
Yeah. It's like flood season. I don't have to think which car. Just like take the tank out.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
If the road's broken, doesn't matter, no need to slow down, just run.
Yeah.
Kind of.
And apparently these wheels, these tires are expensive.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. They're like high class tires.
Michelin.
Michelin.
Yeah, man.
Don't step there.
Don't step there, yeah.
The stuff that is. This is like everything you kind of see in a Defender.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
The Defender will have a ladder, that's different.
Maybe, the ladder is there, maybe the lights are a little bit different, but there's nothing special about that boot either.
This does everything a Defender does.
Yeah, about 80-90% there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.